Hello, in this video we are going to talk about capacitors in series connections and capacitors in parallel connection. So kapag yung ating mga capacitors ay nakakonect sa series, gaya ng naipakita dito sa ating left na diagram, by the way, yung ating capacitors ay represented by this symbol, itong dalawang linya na to that are parallel to each other. Etong mga linya na to naman, ito yung mga connecting wires. So yung capacitors natin ay tatlo connected sa iisang pathway. So let's say manggagaling dito ah, yung ating charges. So papasok sa ating linya, then dadaan sa C1, capacitor number 1, then dadaan sa ating connecting wire na ito, then pupunta sa C2 and then C3. So iisa lang yung pathway ng kuryente or yung daloy ng electric charges. Dito naman sa pangalawa, sa ating parallel capacitors, kapag sila ay nakakonekta in parallel connections, iba-iba yung pathways ng ating electric charges. Let's say, dito naman manggagaling yung charges natin. So makikita natin na kung wiry ang mga yan ay meron silang diversion or meron silang separation point. Ito 'yon. So yung unang pathway ay ito, papunta diyan, then yung pangalawang pathway papunta dito, then yung pangatlo ay papunta doon. So yung charge na pupunta sa ating first pathway ay pupunta sa C1, yung pangalawa na mapupunta sa may C2, although dito hindi na specify na C2. So C2 and then C3. So sa parallel, in short, magkakaiba-iba yung pathway ng ating electric charges. Okay? To summarize, kapag ka-series, iisa lang yung daanan ng current or electric charges. Dito naman sa parallel, magkakaiba yung pathway. Okay? So, kapag kaiba-iba ng connection, maapektuhan din yung quantities na first, yung capacitance ng ating uh, circuit na may tatlong capacitors, for example. Pagka naka-series, iba yung total capacitance. Kapag naka-parallel, iba din yung total capacitance. In terms of charge naman, magkakaiba din sila ng magiging epekto kapag naka-connect sa series and then parallel. So, ito yung actual na pagka actual na drawing na, ito na. So, meron tayong capacitor number 1, C1, then C2, then C3, C4, then C5. So, makikita natin na sa C1, ah, pag ito yung daloy ng charges, or dito, so dadaan yung charges, punta dyan, then punta dito, then punta dyan, then punta dito. So, isa lang yung pathway as compared with parallel circuit. So gaya ng nasabi ko kanina, pagka nakaayos sila sa series, magkakaiba yung total capacitance, yung total charge, magkakaiba din yung sa may usapang total voltage. So focus muna tayo sa capacitors in series. In terms of charge, yung uh, yung charge doon sa ating circuit wherein nakakonekta yung C1, C2, and C3, magkakaparehas sila ng pwedeng ma-store na charges. So, let's say, 2.5 column ang ma-store ni Q1, ganun din kay Q2, ganun din kay Q3. Tandaan nyo to kasi mamaya sa ating problem solving, mag-a-appear itong rule natin na ito. So, pagka-usapan namang Q total or the total charge of the circuit, equal yan sa individual charge na na-store sa bawat capacitor. So ulitin natin, pag charge, Q total is equal to Q1 is equal to Q2 and that is also equal to Q3. Pag meron tayong dalawa lang, edi Q1 and Q2 lang ang nandyan. Pagka merong Q5, pwede mong ituloy yan is equal to Q4 is equal to Q5. Usapang potential difference naman or yung voltage, yung total voltage natin ay madidistribute sa bawat capacitor. So, iba ang voltage kay C1, iba ang voltage dito, iba ang voltage dito din, iba din ang voltage dito. Yan. So, nakadepende yan ngayon sa capacitance nila at saka yung charge na in-store nila. So makikita natin mamaya sa ating problem solving activity. Next, capacitance. In terms of capacitance, kapag ka sa series, yung total capacitance ng circuit natin will be computed using this formula. 1 over C total will be equal to 1 over C1 plus 1 over C2 and then plus 1 over C3 and so on. Pag may 5, edi i-continue mo lang yung pattern natin. Gaya sa ginawa natin sa may charge kanina. Okay. Let's proceed to the capacitors in parallel. Again, capacitors in parallel, iba-iba yung daanan ng ating charges. Okay? So, iba yung pupunta kay C1, iba yung pupunta kay C2 and C3. In terms of the charge, Q total is equal to Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3 and so on. So, iba yung sa may series kanina kasi pare-parehas sila ng pwedeng ma-store na charge. Dito naman, magkakaiba. In terms of voltage naman, eto, magkakaparehas ng voltage sa bawat capacitor. As compared sa series kanina, magkakaiba ang voltage sa capacitor. So ulit, pagka capacitors in parallel, yung potential difference natin ay pare-parehas sa bawat capacitor. At yung voltage ng bawat capacitor ay equal sa ating V total na ito. So let's say ang supply natin sa tatlong capacitors na to ay 100 volts, edi let's say ang V total is equal to 100 volts, papasok dyan. So 100 din dyan, 100 dito, and then 100 din dito. Okay. So capacitance naman, C total, if we're going to compute the total capacitance of our circuit, given our 3 capacitors here, then all we have to do is to add all the capacitors. So since we only have three capacitors in our circuit, we can just add C1 plus C2 plus C3. That will be the total capacitance. Okay, so again, for the series and then for the parallel. Let's have sample problems involving the series and parallel connections in capacitors. In problem number 1, given that C1 is equal to 10.0 farad, C2 is equal to 5.0 farad, and C3 is equal to 4.0 farad, find the total capacitance for each connection shown. In letter A, they are connected in series. In letter B, they are connected in parallel. Let's deal with the first problem. What will be the total capacitance in letter A, wherein the capacitors are connected in series? As shown by the equation we presented a while back, to get the total capacitance, we can use this formula. Okay? So, i-insert lang natin yung values niya sa may C1, C2, and then C3. So, 10.0, 5.0, and 4.0. And then, i-divide lang natin siya. Ayan, naulit yung isang part. 0.100, 0.20, and then 0.25 farad. So, dapat may kulang pa dito. Lagyan natin ng F doon. Farad. The next 1 over CT is equal to 0.55 farad. Para ma-simplify yan, kasi ang gusto natin makuha ay C over T. Hindi yung, C sub T, hindi yung 1 over C sub T. So, gagawin natin, i-divide natin yung 0.55 ng 1. So, 1 over 0.55, that will be equal to, ang total capacitance natin, therefore, will be 1.8 farad. Yan ay kapag naka-series sila. Ano naman ngayon kung naka-parallel? So kapag ka-parallel, gagamitin natin ng formula para sa parallel connection, wherein C total is equal to C1 plus C2 plus C3. Okay? So insert lang natin yung values natin to 10.0, 5.0, and 4.0. Total capacitance, 19. Okay. So anong mapapansin natin? Kanina, yung nakuha natin na total capacitance kapag sa series ay 1.8. Okay? So 1.8. Pagka i-compare natin yan sa individual capacitances, mapapansin natin na yung magiging epekto kapag pinaghalo-halo natin in series, pinag-connect natin in series yung ating capacitors ay yung total capacitance ay mas maliit pa kaysa sa pinakamaliit na capacitors natin. So sa ating capacitors, ang pinakamaliit ay 4.0. So yung total natin, pag pinag-combine natin yung tatlo ay 1.8. So basically, in series circuit, yung capacitors natin ay, yung total capacitance ay liliit. Dito naman sa ating parallel, lalaki siya, 19.0 farad. Another problem, two capacitors with 2.0 farad and 3.0 farad capacitance respectively are connected in series and subjected to a total potential difference of 100 volts. So dito naman kukunin natin yung una, total capacitance, pangalawa, charge stored in each capacitor, and letter C, the potential difference across each capacitor. So yung charge natin ay Q, yung potential difference ay V. So nakalagay dyan in each capacitor, so individually co-compute natin yung charge sa bawat capacitor at saka yung voltage sa bawat capacitor. Unahin natin si letter A, yung total capacitance. So, in problem number 2, naka-series siya. So, ang gagawin natin ay ito, yung formula natin ng series. Since dalawa lang yung ating capacitor, then 1 over C1 plus 1 over C2 lang siya. I-insert natin yung values. Yung C1 natin ay 2.0. So, 1 over 2.0 plus 1 over 3.0. So, yung total, yung C sub T natin ay 1.2 farad. Okay. Yan ay para sa total capacitance. Letter B, charge stored in each capacitor. In each, so sa bawat capacitor. Alam natin na ang total charge sa series connection ay equal sa Q1 and equal to Q2. Okay, so balikan niyo yung mga list of formula na pinag-present natin kanina, makikita niyo doon ito. And also, alam natin na ang C ay equal sa Q over V. So kapag isosolve natin ang Q, Q is equal to C over V. Okay? Bakit natin ito ngayon in-insert? Kasi pag gagamitin natin yung first formula natin dito, malalaman lang natin yung Q1 kung alam natin yung Q2, QT, Q sub T, and then Q sub 2. So since wala pa tayong value ng Q sub T, ang gagawin natin ay kukunin natin siya gamit yung formula na Q is equal to C over V. So since Q sub T ang gusto nating makuha, papalitan lang natin yung subscript ng QT is equal to CT times VT. Insert natin yung values. CT is 1.2 farad and then 100 volts. So the total charge will be 120 coulombs. So to answer our question, in letter B, wherein ano yung charge sa bawat capacitor, gagamitin natin, babalik natin to dito sa statement natin na una, wherein ang total charge ay Q1 is equal to Q2. Therefore, Q1, 120 columns, and Q2 is equal to 120 columns din. Okay, so dito ang kukunin naman natin ay potential difference across each capacitor. So, kunin natin yung V1 and V2. In our formula, kanina, VT is equal to V1 plus V2. Okay? So, paano natin kukunin yung V1, V2, and lang yung ating formula? Remember that, again, C is equal to Q over V, and V is equal to Q over C. So, using our second formula, ito, papalitan natin yung subscripts niya. So, V1 is equal to Q1 over C1 since we are dealing with the first capacitor. So, i-substitute natin yung values, 120 coulombs by 2.0 farad. That will be equal to 60 volts. And for V2, ito na, 40 volts naman. So, same pa rin yung formula, pinalitan lang natin yung subscript niya na 2 and then 2 dito. Okay. So, makikita natin Pagka i-add natin yung dalawa, V1 plus V2, 60 plus 40, that is 100 volts. So, ang magiging parehas siya dito sa ating given, 100 volts. So, mapapatunayan natin na tama yung sagot natin na 60 and then 40 volts. In problem number 3, three capacitors are connected in parallel. All the capacitors are subjected to a total potential difference of 100 volts. Find the letter A, total capacitance, letter B, charge stored in each capacitor, and letter C, the potential difference across each capacitor. In letter A, the total capacitance, since we know that the capacitors are connected in parallel, then we're going to use the formula for parallel connection. That is, Ct is equal to C1 plus C2 plus C3. So we're going to insert the values 1.5 farad plus 3.2 plus 2.8. Total will be 7.5 farad. In terms of the charge stored in each capacitor, so bawat isa sa kanila hahanapin natin. So Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4. Pagbabalikan natin yung formula para sa parallel, Q total is equal to Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3. Okay? So, since if we're going to use that formula, wala tayong given na QT or Q sub T, di wala tayong makukuha para sa Q1. So, individual nating isolve ang Q1. Alam natin na sa total voltage in parallel connection ay equal sa V1 is equal to V2 is equal to V3. Sorry, this should be an equal sign. So, equal sign ito. V1 is equal to V2 is equal to V3. And yung sa given natin, ang total voltage ay 100 volts. Okay? So, i-assume natin therefore that V1 is equal to 100 volts, V2 is equal to 100 volts, and V3 is equal to 100 volts. Also, we know that Q is equal to C times V. Okay? Again, hindi tulad nung kapag ka-equal sign, pwede nating ma-assume yung iba. Dito sa number 1 natin, kailangan nating hanapin talaga individually yung Q1. So, ang magiging itsura niyan, Q1 is equal to C1 V1, Q2 naman is equal to C2 V2, and Q3 is equal to C3 V3. So, Q1, substitute natin, C1 V1, 1.5 times 100, 150 columns. For Q2, 3.2, yung given natin dito sa taas, ito yon 3.2 times 100 volts. That's 320 columns. And for Q3, ito 2.8 times 100 volts, 280 columns. Now, para ma-make sure natin na tama yung mga sagot natin, pwede tayong mag-check actually. Gagamitin natin yung existing values natin. So, let's say, i-compute natin si total charge gamit yung formula na Ct times Vt. Kasi kanina, na-solve na natin yung total capacitance. Yung total voltage din. Meron tayo dito sa taas. So, isosolve natin, 7.5 yung nakuha natin kanina times 100, equal yan sa 750. So, total charge is equal to 750. Pagbabalik tayo ngayon dito, pag-add natin lahat yon Q1 to Q3, lalabas dapat yung 750. So, pag-add natin to, so that is 0, that is 5, carry 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we have 750 columns. Ibig lang sabihin yan ay tama yung sagot natin from Q1 to Q3. Let's proceed to problem letter C. Ano yung voltage sa bawat capacitor? Madali lang yan kasi alam natin sa parallel ay pare-parehas yung voltage sa bawat sanga o sa bawat daanan ng current natin. So, the total voltage will be equal to V1 is equal to V2 is equal to V3, and we know that the total voltage from our given is equal to 100 volts. Okay, V1 is equal to 100, so V2 100, then V3 is equal to 100. Sorry, dapat naka-bold yung V1 and V2 din doon. Ay yan. So, nasolve na natin yung problems natin from A to C. Now, if you have any questions regarding capacitors in series and capacitors in parallel, just send them to our GC. I hope that you understood our lesson. Good luck on your examination. Thank you.